And we are back for another fun-filled episode of Pop Goes the Zebra. Jeremy the Ref, Jesse the Ref. And Jesse, it's another week. It's another day. It is another episode of Pop Goes the Zebra. Are you stoked?
Oh, yeah. We got fun stuff to talk about today, don't we?
We do. I mean, it's not as riveting as guitar pedals and the technical details of Queen and AC/DC, but we got into a little bit into the weeds on that one, but that's all right, because as we always say, we are a pro wrestling podcast, but not necessarily a podcast about pro wrestling. But
I saw this most beautiful SG at the guitar store.
I swear
yesterday.
to God, I will beat you to death with that SG. Do not test me today. I've had a long week. My week's not about to get any shorter. We'll get to the latter part of that in the latter part of the episode. But Jesse, how has your week been since the last time we spoke?
Chaotic with work. I've been very fortunate that what is today? We're recording it on a Thursday, so I was off yesterday. Today I'm off tomorrow, and then I drive to Atlanta Saturday. So I get 4 days off before I cycle into like a 9-day work week next week.
Nicely done. You chose to be there.
I'm choosing to find somewhere else to work at this point.
Hey, fingers crossed. It's like talking to Eeyore sometimes. Hey, dude, how you doing? Well, let me tell you about what they've done to me this week and how I'm just standing there and taking it. I hated Winnie the Pooh. I'm not going to lie. So you know where I stand on your current place of employment.
Yeah. And what's sad is, like, I'm peeling a little bit of the curtain back on my personal life. Hell, like, even my boss, my director, she's like, yeah, I'm retyping up my resume and getting ready to start sending it out. It's like,
it's that way with a lot of places. And you would think places would be bending over backwards in the environment we're in to make sure that the employee is happy, because, they're quick to tell you, everybody wants to work. Well, that, places are looking too. So, like, nobody really has the upper hand right now. So, like, maybe cut the shit and let's just try to get through this workday the best we can. But my week has been a kind of a topsy-turvy one. Been dealing with some stuff offline, trying to guide one of my younger brethren through the final stages of his high school career, watching his basketball high school career come to a bitter end. It was bittersweet, but at the end of the day, that particular group of graduating seniors have their best days ahead of them, both on and off the court. Then just kind of dealing with the everyday stress of life, doing that juggling act of I got to do this, that, and the other, and I've only got an hour to do it in. And when you really start just venturing out on your own and doing the damn thing, everybody says that, oh yeah, it's not going to get any easier. It's just going to get harder and harder and harder. And to a degree, they're right, but at the same time, they're wrong. It's so easy to do things. It's hard to continuously do things. That's the tricky part. It's not doing it that's hard. It's maintaining your schedule that is the hard part. And right now I'm kind of just going through that. But between this, that, and the other, it's been pretty fun. Been back in the gym again, just kind of getting ready for the upcoming wiffle ball season. That's right. You heard me correct. Wiffle ball. I am a part of a wiffle ball league.
I saw you hit that video, that dinger that you hit.
I hit dingers. No, they said he'd hit another one. So that's dingers in the plural, sir. That was taken last summer. I kind of fell into it in like the last 3 weeks of their season. But hopefully I get a good draft this year. Hopefully I get drafted to a good team. I'm still competitive going on 35. I'm still just as competitive as I was at 5 years old. I want that chip, baby. My goal is to win a championship before Aaron Rodgers does. So I feel like my odds are pretty good because Aaron Rodgers is a choke artist. He is a con artist. He gets paid a lot of money every year to not deliver when he is paid to deliver. And I've seen the other day, they're paying more money to Aaron Rodgers for him to, in my opinion, do exactly the same thing he's been doing since 2011. And that is wasting people's time, money, and effort. I'm full of it right now, baby. I am full of piss and vinegar.
Which is why, as a Green Bay fan, I don't own an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Well, do you own stock?
No, I don't.
Let me tell you, you know what? I'm cutting a promo. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you about, I was actually having a conversation the other day with a friend of mine. He's a Denver Broncos fan. And we have been going back and forth about Aaron Rodgers, if he's good, if he's this, if he's that, it's the other, whatever. And I said that here's the difference between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have been spoiled for the last 35 years. They have had 3 straight all-time quarterbacks. 3. Now, let me pull the curtain back for a minute. Aaron Rodgers has been the subject of trade speculation now going on the better part of 3 years. And it hasn't happened. Do you want to know why that hasn't happened yet? Do you want to know why the Green Bay Packers have not traded Aaron Rodgers and started that quarterback that they picked in the first round that had Aaron Rodgers going, You know why that is? Because they know. They know that Jordan Love, the man that they drafted while they still had Aaron Rodgers, is not good. And what's more, the rest of the league knows that Jordan Love is not good. So last offseason, when there was that speculation that Aaron Rodgers was demanding a trade and wanting out, and for whatever reason, no matter what the package was rumored, that people were wanting to trade to get Aaron Rodgers, the Packers declined. Now, why is that? Because they know they don't have another all-world quarterback sitting in the wings waiting to take over. Now, as I said, the difference between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos, you have that. Now, on the other side, you have had a Denver Broncos team that has sporadically, tasted success. They've hoisted the cup, so to speak, a couple of different occasions in my lifetime alone. But you know what? There's been a lot of down between those ups. And the Denver Broncos fans, by and large, have stuck by that franchise through both the good times and the bad. Now, back to the Packers. You know what the difference is between those two? There is nothing indicating that those Green Bay Packers fans that have been spoiled for literally a generation will be as loyal to their ownership as the Denver Broncos. Watch how quickly that Green Bay Packers diehard fan base eats themselves the second Aaron Rodgers is no longer under center. Watch how quickly they become rabid dogs and go after the hand that has fed them for 35 years. Mark my words, the minute Aaron Rodgers leaves the Green Bay Packers, be it off-season next or 4 years from now, and sidebar, I think he's going to retire on them mid-contract and make them eat that cash. So now, not only do they not have a quarterback, they got to carry the weight of the contract of that last quarterback that just up and left. So now they have no cap space because guess what? That price tag for Mr. Moneybags, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, Mr. I'll take bad contracts for $500, please, isn't there anymore. So to the Green Bay Packers fans, I say to you, in all sincerity, enjoy it while you got it. Enjoy it. Because I'm going to enjoy watching you eat yourselves. As a Bears fan, yes, as a Bears fan, I am going to enjoy watching you eat yourselves. Because your great savior, who's only brought you one title, one, and you can say that's one more than the Bears, but you know what? One title in the last 18 years of his career. 18. They call him the best quarterback in the league. And you know what? I'll agree with that partially. He is the best regular season quarterback in the league. But when it comes time for all the chips to go into the middle of the table, all in, baby, I'm sitting on pocket aces, guess what? The other team is always holding a flush. And flush is exactly what happens when Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback in the playoffs. Flush, and down the drain it goes. Mark my words. Now, that's a hell of a promo, isn't it? Right off the top of my head, not prepared, just straight from the hip, baby. Pew, pew. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the biggest cinder block the Green Bay Packers have.
Yeah. And that's why it's consistently been hard to stay a Packers fan, just to watch how, like, there's the potential, like, rebuild. Take several years and rebuild and be something better. But no, we're going to continuously hang on to Rodgers. It's like, nothing I can do about it. Just got to sit back and just casually watch football, not even caring anymore. Yeah. It's like right now I don't have baseball to watch.
Oh, don't worry. Have you been asleep all day? They have reached a deal. Opening day, April 7th. The shift has been banned. Universal DH, etc. For further details, go to your sports site of choice. But free agency should actually be starting any moment now if it hasn't already. But yes, it has been quite the day while you've been asleep.
Yeah, no, I legitimately have been trying to catch up on sleep. So I have missed whatever critical sports news there is today. That is so good to hear because, like, I have been ready for baseball to get back going.
The Bears also traded Khalil Mack to the Los Angeles Chargers for a second and a sixth. Saves them about $60 million in cap space, and they restock their draft capital since they are not planning on being competitive this season. They are going young. They're going to give it a shot. So I will reserve judgment. Obviously, a lot of people will say, well, they gave up 3 1s for him and they only got back a couple of mid-round picks. Well, you know what? He was also 26, 27 when they drafted him. Now he's 31. So a second and a sixth for an edge rusher on the wrong side of 30 who has had trouble staying on the field. I think he got about all you can get out of him. It was a missed opportunity when he came. That defense was all world in 2018, but things happened. Double boink. But yeah. So you've had quite the news day in the sports world happen in just the last 4 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy how things like that can change in such like that.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I checked a few things when I got up earlier, didn't see anything, nothing newsworthy. And like I said, just lay down to take a nap, which ended up being a coma. And I wake up to you giving me this information. It's like, wow. The next thing you're going to tell me is Tennessee Titans are doing something crazy, which would be not out of the ordinary. There we go. Yeah, as you're checking, seeing what other sports stuff's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't see anything that has come up because I came home and made dinner, so I was away from the phone. But I don't see anything huge from the Titans in the last few hours.
I'm sure if something happens, I'll hear about it from the local
Roger
people here.
Saffold has been released. Some depth pieces got released. Nobody of note. He was a 3rd round pick in 20. Wow, they released a 3rd round pick from the 2020 draft, running back Darrington Evans.
Yeah, it's just I don't know jack and or shit about anything going on with the Titans organization. I just always make that joke that there's always something going on with them because I'm always, no matter what, I'm always hearing Titan talk, and I just can't stand the Titans. So
Derrick Henry is a god amongst men, and while you can blaspheme the Tennessee Titans in my presence, I will not tolerate Derrick Henry blasphemy in my presence. That man is, as I said, a god amongst men.
I've also said he's probably the foundation of what would probably make them a championship team. And I'll give them their credit. Like they really had a solid opportunity, but then he got hurt. And that's why you cannot continuously hitch your hopes on just one individual. I mean, somebody get that guy some back surgery from having to carry the team. But
as I say, that man's backpack is getting awfully strained.
Oh man, and I know you'll obviously get. I'm waiting for the shit talk to happen, but I've always said that the Predators would win a championship before the Titans would. And for about 5 years, there was a really good possibility where that could have happened. Now it's if the Titans can keep themselves healthy.
Shout out to Pecorine for being the other team's best goalie.
Oh man.
Holy God, I'm kind of doing like a De Niro. But
yeah, we're not going to take Pecorine slander here.
Oh, but you will. Oh, but you will, my friend. You have, you will, and you will definitely again.
Yeah, while I do like UC Saros, I don't think he will ever be the caliber of Pekka.
One can only hope.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that team's fortunes went downhill the second they got rid of Barry Trotz. That's right, I said it. Barry Trotz was the Nashville Predators,
and that was a bitter pill to have to swallow because I thought Trotzy would have retired.
Went down pretty sweet for me.
Yeah, and I've literally just been like, look at everywhere he's gone and all the success he's done. He even brought the Caps. He even got Ovi.
Drunk Ovechkin is iconic.
Drunk Ovechkin
on over Ovi is great.
Oh my God. And I guess, it was good to see Ovi get his cup finally. Yeah. And there's some people I feel as though they deserve their cup, whether it's with the team they've been with so long or they get better success somewhere else. There are some people I would like to see I would have loved to see Pekka get a cup, but is never in the cards. Phil Forsberg, another one I'd love to see get one. Is he going to get it with the Predators? Probably not. But, I can always hope. Yeah, you're just snickering. Yeah, what's funny, though,
I'm just playing Game 5 of the 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs. First round, Hawks Predators, hosts out of the box after a double minor, taps it in right past the great Pecorine. Hawks win. Take it down to Nashville. Guess what? Limp tuna. Hawks win in 6. That's right. They beat Pecorine 4 times. 4. That's what that.
First round 2016. Sweet.
Yeah, well, by that point the tread was already worn on. Good Lord. You're conveniently leaving out the part where the Hawks were coming off yet another championship. They're 3rd of the decade, by the way. 3rd. How many do you got? How many? I have been. Tell me. Oh, it's okay.
You and your dirty birds.
0. We could do another race. Who wins the cup first? since they're both in rebuild mode, the Hawks,
Ooh.
Preds. We could have some fun with that. I'll still take the Hawks.
I will say 400% it's not going to be either one of us this year.
Well, no, it's not going to be either. It's going to be Tampa Bay, or it's going to be like, you know what? I'll bite again. I usually get burned by it. In fact, I've always gotten burned by it. But you know what? They've overcome some really steep odds this year and still managed to be one of the better teams of the season. Give me the Florida Panthers. You know what? Just give it to me. The Stanley Cup is going down to Florida. It's somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, Panthers have gotten really, really good. Tampa Bay, though, man. I mean, they literally lightning in a bottle. Like, they are white hot to me. Now that you said the Panthers, it's kind of like, I could see that. I could honestly see that coming down.
That's going to be if that is a series in a month or so. Count me in. 100%. 100%. I will watch that. Mostly because I've got a modded Fire Stick, but that's besides the point. It's a wonderful thing. I was watching like
I need to get one
watching
of those.
Like Vegas versus Pittsburgh last night. I don't even care about it, but you know what? It was hockey. I was watching it.
That's the one thing you and I will always agree on is it doesn't matter the team. If good hockey is on, I want to watch it because.
Oh no, I'll watch bad hockey too. I don't give a damn. I'll watch Arizona versus the Kraken any day.
Oh, the Quacken.
Release the Quacken.
The Quacken.
Quacken.
For all intents and purposes, I do like the idea of a team being called the Kraken. Why Seattle though?
Because it's long been overdue. They're not doing much this season, but give it time. They're a new franchise. I think that will be a cornerstone in the years to come. I'm sure in 20 years when we dig this episode back up, I'm going to go, boy, was I wrong about that. But you know what? I've been wrong about worse than that. So that's a hill I'll die on.
Well, it's also kind of like the whole deal with the Knights, their first season, because they had the expansion draft. That expansion draft where it literally they loaded the roster.
I was gonna say they took advantage of some loopholes in the expansion draft that were not there this time for the Kraken. So don't look for another. I've heard rumor of another expansion team some point in the next 10 years. Don't expect another Vegas Golden Knights situation. The Knights kind of took advantage of some loopholes and it worked out for them, kind of.
That was something Cassie and I had talked about because we're like, I really don't want to see another, get this new team and all of a sudden they're like the juggernaut, just like Vegas was. And I think that's what the league
Packers, by the way.
Yeah, and that's what I think that's what the league realized was like, we can't let that happen again. We can't. I mean, it was really cool, brand new team suddenly just right to the cup. It's like, was that fair though? Like, what? No, it wasn't fair to anybody at that point. I mean, it was great for Vegas, all the Vegas fans, but I can name maybe 2 Vegas fans off the top of my head.
Same. Maybe less. Maybe less.
I can name I can name dozens of Wings fans, Hawks fans, Pittsburgh fans, Bruins fans. These are
scum of the earth.
Oh God! But they're
obviously. But at least they've been in the game a while.
That's the thing. We're talking teams that are 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus year franchise teams.
There's a bit of snobbery and elitism amongst us hockey fans, especially those of us, those blessed few of us that cheer for a real team, like an original 6 team, unlike some people. I set all that up just to take another dig at the Nashville Predators because
well,
that's hockey, baby.
I mean, we're only 4 years away from being a 30-year team.
Yeah, but you'll never be an original six.
No, nobody. Like, who the fuck is going to be an original six at this point, aside from your original six?
That's why they're called the original six.
But you also have to realize, like, we have to be very thankful that we're still continuously getting hockey.
This is true. Like, there have been some startup teams that have already like folded, collapsed. What's up, Atlanta Thrashers?
God,
terrible decision.
Right out of my mouth. I'm like,
though.
Winnipeg still in there fighting.
Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, but I mean, for what it is, yeah, you're gonna shit on both my teams, both being the Flyers and the Preds. But if the Flyers have been,
it's in the net, baby.
Well,
that's right. Took out both your teams in one playoff, baby. Let's go.
That was not a fun. That was not a fun postseason. It's like, both sweaters have to be retired for the summer. But I got two nice new ones, one for each team. So
shout out to Claude Giroux. Pretty good player.
Oh yeah, I most certainly have me a nice Giroux jersey.
Chris Pronger can suck it though. Compliments of Dustin Byfuglien. Byfuglien. Byfuglien.
Yeah, that's Pronger for you.
Fuck him. I don't think anybody likes Pronger. I don't even think parents like Pronger. Yeah. That's how much Pronger is hated. I think there are still people that have bounties out on his head just in case he ever decides to get on a hockey rink to get some ice time in with his kids or something. There's going to be some schmuck out there trying to headhunt Chris Pronger.
Goons will be goons, sir.
Oh, you say goon, I say troll. Actually, you know what? That's disrespectful to trolls. He's just a douche.
Well, I mean,
hey, man, every sport needs its heel, I think is what we're trying to get at here. And speaking of heels, check out that segue. Oof, that segue, that had to hurt. Oh, speaking of heels, we got ourselves a grappling show this weekend. Well, there's grappling shows everywhere in the world, but as we are both tied to one show in particular, we're going to talk about it. Ding, ding, ding. We're talking about the one, the only Warrior Wrestling making its debut down in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana this Saturday. Probably as you're watching this, maybe the Monday after you're watching this. I cannot guarantee I will have this video edited by then. However, I will do my best. But anyway, yes, we are coming to Indianapolis Saturday. We're bringing the heat. We're bringing the slams. We're bringing the women's champion, Thunder Rosa. We're bringing Athena. We're bringing Lance Archer. We're bringing Sam Adonis and a whole cast of characters. We're bringing Jonah. We're bringing it again, and we're going to tear it down again. And you can watch it all again on Fight TV. Did I plug it well enough? Should we go on? I don't know. At this point, what do we say about Warrior Wrestling that I haven't already beaten in the submission already? You've seen it. I've seen it. We've both done it. Warrior Wrestling is a must-see, can't miss situation, and it's coming in Indianapolis. I believe there are still some select tickets available, but as I said, if you don't feel like driving in from wherever you're from, hopefully something further than down the street, because that's just lazy, you can watch it on Fight TV.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to catching the highlights from that show, because Indy, when I was up there for the collective, man, Indy was just definitely a great wrestling town, and I think you guys debuting there is incredible.
Killer Cross, Psycho Clown.
Yeah,
Trey Miguel and
it's bad when you have to pull up the card because there's so much loaded on it. You can't.
Well, honestly, I haven't even seen a run sheet.
Yeah, you just know the people that are going to be there.
Yeah, I know. Brian Pillman Jr. is going to be there. Like, what Speedball he's going to take on? I don't know who's taking on, but it's going to be insanity. And like I said, I wanted to plug the show, but now that I think about it, I don't think words can do this justice anymore. Like, tune in, find out. Maybe you'll see my lettuce. I'm growing out a little bit on the screen at some point. I don't know. We'll see.
Gotta give you that haircut, man.
I'm growing it out a little bit so I can comb it. No, kind of got the little side poof going, but I also had a hat on, so it looks nasty, but it's getting there, you know.
Oh yeah.
But
so you got that this weekend. I'll be making the trip down to Atlanta.
The ATL, baby.
The ATL, the big GCW debut in Atlanta. Oh man. Oh, I'm stoked because we're going to be at Center Stage, and it's a historical music venue. Just on the outskirts of downtown Atlanta. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to be working with a fantastic crew. I know a good chunk of the card.
Sorry.
It's like I said, I'm stoked. This is the first GCW show I've worked since Chicago when we did Second City Summit. So definitely looking forward to the big debut in ATL. Still waiting for us to come back to Nashville, so I don't have to drive far to do a show. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Because I think AJ Gray's putting his title up against Effie. Jordan Oliver, he's what's the name of the kid? Young kid that just got signed with AEW. Can't remember his name. Still waking up still. Got that match going on. Like I said, we haven't really announced a whole lot, which is a little strange, but then again, you come to GCW, you know what you're getting into.
I was gonna say GCW is one of those where like they don't really need to announce a card. They just got to say they're gonna be here, show up, and the crowd already knows they're about to see some shit go down. They don't know what they're gonna see, but they know they're about to see it.
And what's interesting is I think this may be one of the few real normal shows. I don't think we're doing nothing death match crazy, nothing overly hardcore. I think we're just gonna go out there and put on a stellar wrestling show. That being said, of course, you know, we got all the crazy stuff coming up at the end of the month in Dallas for the collective. Gonna have my working shoes on that weekend. Just gonna be all over the place. But I'm also looking forward to getting to work in the Big D, Dallas. Getting to go down Dirty D. I'm staying about 5 to 6 minutes from Dealey Plaza. So I'm looking forward to
keep your head down.
Taking it, going down, visiting some historical stuff.
And to the left. Back.
Yep.
And to the left. Back. And to
the left. Yeah.
If it's forever ingrained into my head. Kind of like Game 5 of the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2010. Yeah, you were saying.
Anytime I can and throw that reference in there, I always will. Yeah, I need you to grab something. It's back and to the left.
Back and to the left.
I'll always do that. I got a certain friend that I'll always like find a setup and I'll throw that in there. He'll just get so pissed off at me because he knows it's coming. But like I said, it's busy weekend for me. I have about 2 weeks off in between Atlanta and Dallas, which I'm looking forward to.
I think it's a really good time to maybe circle around and do another, I don't know, conspiracy theory episode.
I think it would be a great idea.
I think we might have to get a friend for that one. We'll talk about that.
We'll have to phone a friend on that.
We'll have to phone a friend. I think I got somebody in mind that would be perfect for that. But to be continued.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, now like I said, definitely gonna look forward to like a two weeks of not doing anything wrestling related, trying to get caught up on. I think I've got a Ghostbusters event the 19th and the 20th, so I get to don the flight suit again for a couple events, and then
boldly go where no man has gone before, except for
sure
the 50 other people that have done it.
Yes.
And a few Russians. But we don't talk about
Yeah.
them right now because they've invaded Ukraine. Shame on them. Bad people.
Sorry, I just
bad poo.
As we're talking, I just saw an email from work pop up. I'm like, oh,
Nah.
it's nothing I need to worry about because it's not my shift tonight. Obviously, I'm in my comfortable apartment bedroom.
ECW Underoos.
I've got shorts on.
I knew it. If you strip down and say and have Brett Lauderdale underwear, we're cutting this episode right now.
No, and I think that's like thankfully we don't.
He's up there doing the Steve-O. You know.
That would require Lauderdale to smile.
This is true. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen him smile.
I have seen him genuinely smile on 2 occasions.
That's 2 more than I have.
Yeah. And they were obviously not it was show wasn't happening, wasn't even anything wrestling related. He was smiling about something. So I can confirm Brett Lauderdale does smile.
Well, if you have ever seen Brett Lauderdale smile, leave a comment in the section below. Or don't. It's all good. I mean, I don't want to twist your arm into something you don't want to do, but like the more the merrier, you know, feedback is always fun. But well, yeah, that's kind of all we have for this week coming up. We might have a guest or 2 coming up in the foreseeable future. We'll see what happens. But Jesse, you know what time it is.
Well, it's almost time for me to order DoorDash.
Ooh, well, you know what? You have aroused my curiosity. What is for dinner?
Well, it's probably going to be fast food because
no shit. You said DoorDash.
Well, no, I can order like proper food, but no, it's probably going to be the good old McDonald's. Get the old Mac Attack going. Fire up the Xbox in a minute, you know. Try to enjoy a little bit of the days off. But as we are tiptoeing slowly into the weekend, it's coming up on Friday.
To the weekend.
Little Tiny Tim.
Shout out to Tiny Tim.
Oh, shout out to Tiny. That was the one reference. That's a reference I didn't think we were going to make tonight. But
I think that's the episode title right there. Pop Goes the Zebra, episode 46. Shout out to Tiny Tim. You know what? I'm doing it. Screw it. I'm doing it. That's perfect.
People going to watch the entire
No one's going to know.
What's the reference? They just briefly referenced Tiny Tim.
Swear to God, I haven't had a single drop of liquor. That's the best part about this is I'm completely sober. I am as sober as a judge. I plan to get snackered though in a minute, but we'll do that off camera where I can't get in trouble as easily.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to go see what's in the liqueur cabinet.
Well, before we do that, why don't we give them the words of wisdom and we can launch this puppy into the.
As I was trying to segue into it is, obviously we're going into Friday night craziness. Let's not add to that population. I'm sure some people are going to want to try to subtract from that population.
Chris Pronger, you son of a bitch!
And depending how things go, there's going to be a strongly worded email sent out on Sunday to let us know why there's a safety briefing on Monday.
which is why I have a spam account for that exact reason. I never see the safety briefing because that email doesn't get used.
If you have to be anything in life, be the reason why a sign has to be put up afterwards.
Caution, the coffee is hot. And with that being said, this is the crew of Pop Goes the Zebra, wondering exactly how they spent the money on that lawsuit and wishing everybody on earth a good night. And we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Peace.